And now it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, rock cod Rick Maxa, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Yamaha Outboards, official motor sponsor of Let's Talk Hookup. Royal Polaris, the world's finest long-range sports fisher. By Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup, and Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray and Rock Cod Rick Maxa.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. I'm Pete Gray with Rock Cod Rick Maxa. We're in the mighty 1090 studios with Eddie, Mark, and Dante from Van Warmer Resorts. Palmas de Cortez, Playa del Sol. We're going to be talking about paradise today, down in the East Cape. Today, Let's Talk Hookup, Southern California's sport fishing voice on the mighty 1090. Who's going to be more successful? The guy with a state-of-the-art fish finder and the latest sonar technology? Or the guy who wastes time looking for fish the old-fashioned way? Smart fishermen know how to embrace technology. And no one understands technology better than your San Diego County Ford dealer. The new F-150 is the only truck available with Pro Trailer Backup Assist. The most advanced, most efficient way to back a trailer ever. It's just one of many high-tech features you won't find on any other truck. Ford is also the only brand available with EcoBoost, a twin turbocharged engine that offers impressive fuel economy without sacrificing power. In other words, Ford trucks just flat out work smarter. So whether you're on the road or on the water, don't let technology pass you by. Come in now and get a clearance price on a new high-tech 2017 F-Series pickup. Visit your nearest San Diego County Ford dealer today. Ford, that's California smart. Learn more at buyfordnow.com.
Here's John Ireland for Rancho Leonero.
The main emphasis on the ranch, we're going to keep it old style. We're not going to change anything. We're just going to improve what we have. The kitchen is brand new. Brand new kitchen this year with all new kitchen equipment, new stoves, ovens. We put a new freezer in. We've put in all brand new split air conditioners with thermostats to make sure every room is cold. We've also worked on the boat fleet with a couple large lures, a 31 and a 34. We've got the largest Super Ponga fleet on the East Cape, all with brand new Yamaha motors. Brand new beds. We've got all Serta beds, the best beds in Baja, I kid you not. We're working all the time at the ranch. We're not changing it, just making it a lot better. That's why we get the high TripAdvisor reviews. It's my responsibility. I got to take care of you. I'll personally guarantee your best fishing experience and vacation at Rancho Leonero. RanchoLeonero.com. Our new reservation phone number is 800-646-2252, 646 Baja.
Bluefin tuna are here, and now is the time to take advantage of this amazing bite. The hot jig last year and this season is the Shimano Butterfly Flat Fall Jig. It's a totally new concept of butterfly jigging, but deadly effective. Best part, it's very simple to fish, the Shimano Flat Fall. Drop the jig down to where the fish are holding, then crank it up 30 feet and then free spool. Or cast the jig and let it fall while in free spool. Wait for the bite, then put it in gear and wind. It's that easy. The Shimano Flat Fall is a center balanced jig and falls with a wobbling action in a horizontal position, making it irresistible to big bluefin tuna. Hundreds of big fish have been caught on the Flat Fall, ranging in size from the 130 gram to the 250 gram. They're back in stock now at your local Shimano dealer. So get yours now and go catch a fish of a lifetime on the Shimano Butterfly Flat Fall Jig. See your local dealer or check Shimano.com for all the details.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090 Middle Fred Hall Show. Craziness is going on, and I'm so stoked today because we get to talk fishing and talk about, I think, my favorite place in the world, like talking the East Cape. What a great show today is going to be.
Yeah, a lot of fun to have our buddies from Van Warmer Resorts, Palmas de Cortez, Playa del Sol, Eddie, Mark, and Dante. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good boys.
Good morning.
Great to have you in the studio, and wow, what a great Fred Hall show it has been, huh, Eddie?
It's been great. The whole show season has really been phenomenal this year. Long Beach a couple weeks ago was phenomenal, and we're killing it. We're killing it here at Del Mar again this year, so it's been great.
The East, we've said it before, the East Cape is back.
East Cape is back. The word is out.
Yeah, and the word is out, and to the fact where our Palmas de Cortez Fall Spectacular, October 11th through 15th this year, if you want to come, We can still accommodate you, but you're staying at Playa del Sol because Palmas de Cortez is sold out.
Yeah,
I'm
unbelievable.
I'll stay at Playa.
Yeah.
Right? Count me in.
Playa.
No problem.
Speaking of Playa.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, what has happened over there?
Yeah, this year has been a major remodel over there at Playa del Sol. The Van Warmers, they're always doing something. They're always trying to make improvements to their hotels, and every year they're putting some money back into it. And this year was Playa del Sol's turn. And to be honest with you, Pete, it needed it. It needed a overhaul. And now the rooms, if they're not as nice, they're nicer than the rooms over at Palmas, to be honest with you. And they did an amazing job remodeling all of the bedrooms, all of the bathrooms and everything. So when you walk into Playa, it's going to be a brand new resort. You're going to see the major overhaul in all the rooms down there. So if your listeners want to come down, like you said, the Palmas de Cortez is sold out, but Playa del Sol, we still have some rooms for everybody, and we can definitely accommodate some more people in there. I think we've got maybe about 10 rooms left, so not a whole lot.
Really? Okay.
So they definitely want to jump. And we're talking about, still in March, and we're talking about your tournament being, October 11th to the 15th. Right. So we're selling out way in advance. I was just telling Rick before we went on the air, at Fred Hall Long Beach, we shattered our booking record. I think we booked like 84 people at the show, which is just incredible. I think the year before we booked 30, so you can tell the difference of how the economy and how people are coming out and booking. So this is definitely a year where I think the fishing, the word is out that the fishing is going to be phenomenal this year, and everybody wants to book early. So it's definitely, if you're coming to the show this weekend, come see us and
you can book them right on the spot.
Right on the spot. Yeah, I got my computer there, and I can just log on to the reservation system. We can book you right on the spot, and I really suggest it because after these shows are over, we're going to be doing a lot of reservations, and a lot of good dates are going to be gone, and it's not like a typical year, so we're booking way in advance.
And whether you want to come to our tournament in October or just throughout the whole season.
Absolutely.
But get booking.
Get booking, because as a matter of fact, Pete, for your tournament for 2019, we've already started taking reservations. We took a few reservations at Long Beach, and I've done a few reservations here at Del Mar for 2019. So people are getting to the point where they're realizing, hey, if we want our boats and we want the rooms we want, we need to get this in the books.
Get on it.
You're smart to book right now too, because one, like you say, you got to gobble up the spots before they're gone. But in addition, right now there are crazy good airfares to get down to Cabo. It's crazy.
Ridiculous.
Like best I've ever seen. And so many more options than there ever was before. I mean, you can get to Cabo so easily from anywhere.
Yeah. San Diego, Alaska Airlines, the Cross-Border Express on Volaris for very inexpensive. You can go from Orange County.
Orange County, Southwest is now going.
Yeah.
And we were doing some price checks on the computer the other day for some people that wanted me to check Orange County on some dates, and you're talking about less than $300.
Round trip, including the taxes,
including all taxes. Yeah, it's crazy.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, and like you said, you can cross the border and go Volaris out of Tijuana, and that's super cheap.
Yeah, like $100 round trip.
Sometimes, you can get them for $100, or definitely any time under $200. For sure. And that's guaranteed you're going to get that. So, and it's really easy to do.
Yeah, very, very good. So, more about Playa del Sol. The dining room has been remodeled.
Yeah.
Beautiful restaurant there now.
Yeah, they got.
Which you don't have to stay there to eat at the restaurant.
No, and what's neat about it, and I kind of wish they had it over at Palmas. They designed this new coffee bar where they're doing espressos and mochas and all that stuff in the morning. Kidding. So people love that. They can get pastries, they can get coffees down there, and then they got a full-blown restaurant with a full menu. So you can go down there and have, lunch, or you can have dinner. They have all kinds of stuff. So that's really neat. And then we still have the top deck where you can have your meal up there and overlooking the beautiful Sea of Cortez. And it really, really is a beautiful spot. And they're still working on it. They're going to build like a little activity center. They're going to do a pickleball court, which is, I don't know if you guys ever heard of pickleball. I had to research this when I heard about it because I didn't know what the heck it was. But it's kind of like a cross between ping pong and tennis. It's become the most popular sport for people over 50 years old.
Yeah.
And Los Barillas, it's kind of weird. It's the biggest facility in Mexico for pickleball. They just built a place that's called Tres Palapas. They got 10 pickleball courts. So it's actually great for the hotels because it's become real popular in the wintertime, and that's just another revenue stream for us. Like we have, usually in the wintertime we always get like the windsurfers and kiteboarders that are down there. Like right now, that's still a big thing, from December, basically from November to about April when the winds are blowing down in the East Cape. It's just filled with kiteboarders and windsurfers. And Playa del Sol is the host hotel for Vela windsurfing, and it's actually called Baja Vela. And the Van Wormers are part owners of that, and so they have instructors there. They'll teach you how to windsurf and kiteboard and all that during the wintertime. But now with the pickleball, they're doing pickleball tournaments, and since it's the biggest facility in Mexico, we get a lot of the people from Mexico that come, people from the United States that want to come, and they'll spend like 7 nights there, and they'll go play pickleball.
No kidding.
And then
where are the pickleball courts?
They're just out of town. They're if you go, if you're familiar with Los Barriles, if you go to like where the First Arroyo is, you go up the First Arroyo, and there's the facility there, and they have a restaurant there. They have a bar. They have the 10 courts, and they're beautiful courts. So they do tournaments there.
I think I remember. We were going up on the quads up to Punta
Pescadero.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And right on the right there.
Yeah.
And there's a new restaurant there, and that's where the pickleball court.
Actually, it's a little bit further up than that. Yeah, it's away from the beach more, and they built the facility. But it's a huge facility, and it's real. You know, I had like I said, I had to look on YouTube to see what even pickleball was. But then apparently, it's like the fastest growing sport for people over 50 because it's not. You don't have to run as much as tennis, but you
still get a lot of exercise.
Still get a lot of exercise, so it's really good. And the Van Wormers are building 2 courts there, so when people come for the tournaments and stuff, they can practice and have a practice facility there and stuff. So that's still under construction, but that's going to be coming soon. And so, just things are always changing down there. So it's a neat thing. And, Palmas de Cortez has the new activity center as well. It's being run by a new guy, and he's doing a phenomenal job. We're renting now jet skis. We're doing ATVs. We got stand-up paddle boards, kayaks. Snorkel, and we can do scuba excursions, and the snorkel gear is there.
Scuba excursions down to down south to
Cabo Polmo.
Cabo Polmo, one of the ultimate places in the world to dive.
Absolutely, yeah. That's the Marine Reserve there.
So you can do that right there.
Right there. You can set it up. You just go to the activity center, which is right in front of the pool, right on the beach. So basically, if you're walking off the dock, you're going to run right into the activity center. And they've got music playing there just to give, to draw attention to it and stuff. And it's a beautiful facility, very well run, better than it's ever been. So even if, like families, now we were talking about this before we went on the air, how families now you're seeing more and more couples and their kids coming down to Palmas de Cortez. So if part of the family doesn't like fishing, they can stop by the activity center. They can go ahead and rent paddle boards, and they can rent the jet skis and the ATVs and do all the different activities while if the guys go fishing, they could sit back and enjoy all the activities down there.
Pretty awesome, yeah. Now, all these activities are great, and pickleball's great, and diving's great, but let's talk about fishing, Mark. I mean, the fishing is why we go mostly. Here on Let's Talk Hookup.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the pickleball. That's not my thing. I stick to the fishing side of things. But it's great that they're adding all these new activities down there.
Well, I love the quads down there. We always make a day to go ride the quads because that is one of the ultimate excitement things to us. We go up, go snorkeling up Punta Pescadero and rent the gear right there at the activity center.
Yeah.
And take the quads right up to Punta Pescadero and go diving up there, have a little lunch and stuff like that. It's really, really fun.
And with the surfboards, you can kind of mix in the fishing with the ATV quad rentals. You just bring some rods with you. If you see the bait busting, then you jump off the quads and you run out there and you throw out, and you can do some great surf fishing.
Yeah.
And that's what I like to do is I'll take clients up in a 4-seater up to Punta Pescadero, and then we'll bring the surf rods, bring some pole spears, so when they're out snorkeling, we can take the pole spears out, maybe spear a couple of fish for lunch, take it back to the hotel, and then we just work our way back from Pescadero. But it's such a beautiful road, once you get up on that ridge there and you're, looking down at the Sea of Cortez, it really is spectacular.
Pretty awesome. So the fishing, I understand, is already on fire down there.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing a really early season right now. So lots of bait. The sardina showed up early. We saw some tuna a couple of days ago. Big dorado. The marlin showed up. The roosters came in about 3 or 4 weeks ago.
No kidding.
So
ready.
Yeah.
All this early
March.
Yeah.
Tuna in March. Can you believe that?
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be.
So what's that bode for the summer?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. The word. That's when I said the word's out. The word is out. It's going to be a good season this year. So that's why everyone's making their reservations early, because they're starting to see all the pictures of the tuna, the Dorado. Some big Dorado being caught, the marlin coming in, and they're going, man, this is going to be a good year. And a lot of guys do that. They kind of wait to see. Once they see the reports, then they pull the trigger and they book their trips.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
And this is only with a few boats out. We really haven't, had a dozen boats out. Prospecting north, south. Right. I mean, this is just a handful of boats. So when we get a dozen boats out on the water, you never know what we're going to find. So.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So and so let's talk about the fishing for those that may not be familiar with the fishing in the East Cape. What can you catch down there, and when's the best time to go?
I like to break it up into 3 seasons. So you have that spring, summer, and fall. Spring, you're going to be targeting, the yellowtail, amberjack, especially roosterfish. So that March till like first week of July window is great for those big spawning roosters. And then you get into the summer months, water starts to get warmer, bait starts to concentrate, and now the pelagics start to come in. So you're going to get your blue, black, striped marlin, sailfish, Dorado, tuna, then wahoo starts to come in that August window. But the crazy thing is, it's a Sea of Cortez.
Yeah.
You never know. I mean, 2 years ago, we had wahoo in May.
Yeah.
In concentration.
Good, right? Yeah, I was going to say it was really, really good fishing.
Yeah, I mean, we had these big schools of rainbow runners, and these wahoo were just piled on these bait balls. So the thing about the Sea of Cortez is, I always say, the number one question we get, when's the best time to come down? And I always say the best time to come down is when you can come down.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to target, always something. And then when we start getting deeper into the fall, then you get your bigger tuna, you're going to start getting into the, blue marlin coming in, the waters will warm up, sailfish, and then also, our bottom fishing, 13 different types of pargo, the wachinongos, the amberjacks, it's...
You want to talk about some of the best eating thing in the world, too. You can roll out and catch a couple wachinongos and bring them back and have the guys cook them up that night. Oh, I don't think I don't think it gets better than that.
No, it's pretty awesome.
Such a cool experience. And the thing that always trips me out, too, is this time of year, seeing the pictures of the yellowtail that you guys get down there. I don't think they make small yellowtail in the East Cape. I've never seen, have you ever seen a picture of even a 15-pounder down there? Like, every one they catch down there, they're all giant ones.
Yeah, those home guards, they're mean. Yeah. They're really mean. And I have a lot of clients think, well, we have some high spots right off of La Ribera just south of the hotel. And, these guys will pull out their 40-pound gear, and I'm like, you need to bump it up a little bit, and you need to get ready because they will rock you really fast.
Really fast. So, Mark, you take people, you're like a guide at Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol, right?
Yeah. So I started at Hotel Punta Colorada, and this goes back, I've been doing this now. This is my 18th year now. And my service is I provide custom trip planning for all my clients and groups. And then I'm actually on the water with my clients with my gear. But I offer a variety of different services. So from, your regular offshore big game, inshore light tackle, surf fishing. I've been doing a lot of spear fishing. So we do a little intro thing where we start off with pole spears. So I do that. Little bit of fly, Mike Reeser over at Baja Fly Fishing Company. He's sort of the purist, for all the purist fly fishermen. But, if a guy wants to catch a Dorado on a 10 weight out there, we'll bring one out for him and give it a shot.
That's cool. And awesome. The name of your company?
Is East Cape Guides. So it's just eastcapeguides.com.
Yeah, there's a link right on our website. If you just go under fishing, and you'll see East Cape Guides and also Baja Fly Fishing Company. So if you ever want, and Mark provides a great service. It's a VIP experience, and it's a great service. So if you've never been down there, it really will cut back on your learning curve to take them out one time.
And pretty reasonable.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. And they can just ask you about it when they call the booking office.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I said, it's on our website. They can ask us about it. We'll give them Mark's number and their website, and they can contact Mark. And Mark does all the shows with me, so he's there. He's kind of our fishing expert on the spot. In case anybody has any questions about fishing and stuff, Mark was there to answer all their questions for them.
And what I love to do is actually document their catch, too. I just wanted to add one thing time after time, I'd see clients, behind the camera, behind the phones. I'm like, just put down the phones.
I got you.
Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your time on the water. I'll take all the photos and all the video, and then I burn a DVD for them at the end of their trip, which is included in the guide fee. Or I have clients that'll come down. They'll bring their own thumb drive down. I'll plug it into my laptop, download all of their videos and photos, and they're good to go.
I've always loved the idea, too, on a guy that's very particular about their gear or tackle or things like that. You can have Mark just take care of all that. You don't have to worry about flying down with anything, rod tubes and gear, and you just know that, I've seen his gear. It's number one, so it's just cool to know that you can roll down there, not worry about a thing, and just have everything totally dialed.
Yeah, for sure.
And it doesn't really end when you get off the water with Mark. He'll take you out to dinner and prepare you. He'll
take you to the hot spot,
escort you, totally. and he'll prepare. He'll take you to the restaurant where they prepare the fish for you and stuff, and he'll have dinner with you. So a lot of guys that come down to the East Cape for the first time, they're a little intimidated. They're like, I've never been here before, and then Mark kind of eases them into that, and where it's like, hey, I'll show you where the hot spots are. I'll go with you.
Cool.
And his Spanish is pretty good. It's getting better every year.
Try my best.
And he'll go out there and make it a good experience from the minute you get to the hotel until the minute you leave.
And what I like to do is we have a sort of the program where every single day we go to a different restaurant and eat a different fish. So like the Huachinangos, I sort of I like to guarantee my clients that this will be the best fish that you will ever have.
Yeah, that's a safe bet.
And those small Huachinangos that are flash fried with fresh corn tortillas, guacamole, pico de gallo,
right?
Whoa,
right?
And a michelada. It's nuts.
I'm in.
It's really good.
Sign me up, Eddie.
That's the cool thing about Palmas de Cortez, Playa del Sol, is there are now so many different choices of very good restaurants right there in the little town of Los Barriles.
Yeah, the town is growing up.
So you can eat at a different place every night.
Absolutely. You know, from the East Cape Smokehouse to, it used to be Tio Pablo's. I remember, in the day, that was it. You could just go to Tio Pablo's. That was it.
Go have a belt buster.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody who's familiar with the East Cape knows about the big steak, the belly buster, But now there's like I always tell people there's about 7-8 different restaurants that you can walk to. Or if you don't feel like walking, there's taxis that you can just jump in a taxi and go and eat at. And, the town has really grown up. Like, in the wintertime, I don't know when the last time you were there in the wintertime, but we actually have traffic now in the wintertime.
Come on!
The town triples in size in the
gridlock.
In the winter
time because all the snowbirds, It's the opposite season of the hotel. The hotel's main season is basically from May to November, but the town's peak season is from November to April.
The people that have houses and live there.
Exactly. They'll come from, Canada, from all the cold places, basically, and they come down and that's where they live. And so it's crazy. There's a lot of guys that I talk to that go, man, I hate going down there in the wintertime now. And I'm like, why? He's like, it's so crowded with people, It's like, there's just, and I'm always thinking that's weird because the fishing's not good. Oh, no. It's all the snowbirds and all these Americans and Canadians are down there. So, and I call it like the Mayberry of Baja. You've got Cabo and La Paz to the north and south, which are the big cities, what we call the big cities. And then you've got the little town of Los Barriles, which is, really appealing to a lot of snowbirds. They don't want to be in the big city. So, you can go to Costco and Home Depot and all that in Cabo, and then you come back up to Los Barriles, and you're back in Mayberry.
I love it down there. It's just I can't wait to go back for sure. And as you can hear, we have a great show lined up today. We're going to talk a little bit to the culinary expert Dante very, very soon here about some things, too, that go on down there.
That sounds good to me. Well, we're having a great show and a great time, and we want to talk to you, man. So much to cover and talk about the group of guys that, know all when it comes to East Cape and Van Wormer Resorts, and we're just going to have a great time. And if you want to join us this morning, there's two ways that you can be a part of Let's Talk Hookup, and first is with our local line, which is 858 area code 457-1090. Again, 858-457-1090. That's our local number. Or you can try us toll-free. That toll-free line is 877-792-1090. Again, 877-792-1090. Both available right now. Both a great opportunity to get through because it's going to be a busy morning. Everybody wants to talk about the East Cape, but not only are we talking Van Wormer Resorts, Palmas de Cortez, Playa del Sol, we are also giving away such a killer prize today. One lucky caller at the end of the show today is going to win a brand new pair of Maui Jim sunglasses, the Kipahulus. What a cool prize. This is a really really nice pair of Maui Jims. These ones have the Marlin frame, which is a really cool frame. It's like a fade of blue to almost like a bronze color, like a lit up blue marlin would be. A really classy looking pair of glasses. It's got that bronze HCL lens, the super thin glass, and we just want to thank our good friends at Maui Jim for allowing us to give away such a killer pair of sunglasses to one lucky caller. Again, if you want to get your shot to talk to the boys, 858-457-1090 or 877-792-1090. When we come back, we're going to be taking your phone calls. Lots of great info coming your way. You stay tuned. You're listening to Southern California's sport fishing voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
Fred Hall show time, and Fisherman's Landing Tackle has the best selection and the hottest deals in the show. Hi, this is Doug Kern. The huge Fisherman's Landing Tackle booth is a must-see this year, and the deals will be unmatched. Check out the most complete selection of Cousins rods ever. Cousins builds the finest saltwater rods available anywhere, and you can see them all in the Fisherman's Landing Tackle booth. Be sure to check out the brand new Fisherman's Landing Custom Series, built by Cousins to Fisherman's Landing Tackle specifications. Come visit our greatest booth ever, Fisherman's Landing Tackle, a must-see at this year's Fred Hall show.
It's time for the spectacular 42nd Annual Fred Hall Show, March 22nd to the 25th at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. San Diego's biggest fishing show, biggest trailer boat show, biggest outdoor recreation event of the year. Hundreds of booths, acres of boats, over 200 seminars, the Daiwa Bass Tank, the Accurate Fishing Saltwater Tank, Hobie Kayak Fishing Seminars, Costa Sporting Chef Cafe, the Ram Trucks Ultimate Air Dogs, the Mammoth Lakes Kids Fish Free Trap Pond, the Cousins Tackle Seminar Stage, the San Diego County Ford Dealers Paul Bunyan Lumberjack Show, Jack Tagger, the King of Fling, archery, target shooting, free dive, fly casting, kids casting, and so much more. Kids free, kids fish free. Join CCA Cal and get in free. Celebrate the passion of fishing, boating, hunting, and outdoor recreation at San Diego's #1 show, the Fred Hall Show, March 22nd to the 25th at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. Presented by Progressive. Details at fredhall.com.
It's a whale of a show.
Have you been looking for a live bait hook that keeps live bait alive? Look no further than Japan's leading fish hook, Gamakatsu. It's the little things that make the difference, and Gamakatsu hooks drive the point home. With an absolute perfect bend and ideal barbs, your bait swims harder and longer. And when you get bit, Gamakatsu hooks bite back with a vengeance. All hooks are not the same. Go with Gamakatsu for infinite success. Gamakatsu, simply the best. Check Gamakatsu.com.
Time to talk about great gear from Shimano, and the Shimano booth is right across from the Let's Talk Hookup booth at the Del Mar show, and the guys are busy over there.
I gave those guys a pep talk. You know, we wind a lot of line at Fisherman's Landing Tackle. That's what we do. And when we heard about the promotions that those guys were doing, we just patted them on the shoulder and said, good luck. And they need it, because the Shimano deals have been so good at Fred Hall Show, and so many reels, including free fill-ups of Power Pro, Max Quattro, Holloways. Those guys have been spinning miles of line. Because the deals are so good, everyone's taking advantage.
Yeah, even the boss Robbie was over there spinning Power Pro yesterday. But the deals are, you go to Fisherman's Landing Tackle or Turner's Outdoorsman, you get your gear, and then you take it to the Shimano booth. They take care of it.
Yeah.
And you guys take care of them, too, the guys at Turner's and Fisherman's Landing Tackle. The deals, there's once-in-a-lifetime deals right now on Shimano gear at the Fred Hall Del Mar show.
If you've got Shimano on your shopping list, you're crazy not to come to this show this weekend and buy it. I assure you, it will be the best opportunity for you to buy that reel for the rest of the year.
There you go. Come see us at the Del Mar show and Shimano.
It's time for Yamaha's The Key to Reliability sales event. For a limited time, purchase a new select-eligible 2.5 to 300 horsepower four-stroke outboard and have your choice of either 2 free years of Yamaha extended service coverage or up to $1,500 in dealer credit. Reliability starts here. Yamaha. Visit your local Yamaha Outboards dealer today. Offer ends March 31st, 2018. Subject to change at any time. Other restrictions and conditions apply. See authorized participating Yamaha Outboard dealers for details. This promotion cannot be used with any other Yamaha offer.
XEBRS 1090 AM, Rosarito, Baja California.
San Diego's sports leader.
The home of ESPN Radio.
The mighty 1090.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
All right, a phone line open, 858-457-1090, and one line open at 877-792-1090. You have a chance to win a pair of Maui Jim sunglasses, the absolute best sunglasses on the planet. And most of all, you have a chance to talk to these experts from the East Cape about one of the great places to fishing right in our backyard. And that's the thing about Palmas de Cortez, Playa del Sol. It's our backyard. It's an hour and 40-minute flight from San Diego.
Yeah, it's super fast. So, you instead of going, hours and hours and 10-hour flights to places, 2 hours, boom, you're sitting, and basically in 3 hours, you're sitting at the bar having a margarita.
Yeah, for sure. And the thing about Palmas, Playa, the entire East Coast, it's safe. You get that question a lot. You like in the news this week, the tragedy in the Cancun area with that family from Iowa. That stuff doesn't happen in the East Cape.
No, and the reference that I made earlier of the Mayberry of Baja, it truly is. It's what the big city stuff does not happen there. That's why so many Americans and Canadians have made it their home. And it's completely safe to be there. And people ask us that all the time.
Right.
I live down there. My wife Shannon, we're both American. And I can tell you, we've never even had anything stolen. I mean, it just there's no crime. There's really, when somebody got their car stolen, I remember a year ago, it was like headline news. Oh my God, you hear so-and-so got his car stolen? And it kind of reminds me of when I was watching the Andy Griffith Show and watching Mayberry, it's just one of those kind of towns.
And they solve crime down there very quickly because it's a small town and everybody knows everybody. I remember when Mark Rare had his boat broken into.
Yeah.
They got the guy. It was like, like the next day, it was like, what are you kidding me?
They know.
You're gonna
they
steal
know.
something
Oh yeah,
there?
I know who that was.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's very safe. Now let's talk about food. And Dante is the culinary advisor at Palmas de Cortez. Would that be an appropriate title for you?
Very close.
Yeah. So Dante's a chef that's been around the world sampling all kinds of cuisine, and he is an amazing chef. And how did you get all your training?
Basically, starting out with my grandfather and grandmother that had a very famous Italian restaurant in Manhattan called Antoine's.
Wow.
And when I was a little guy sitting in my high chair watching my grandmother make raviolis, and then it just hit. It was a family thing.
This is you. Yeah.
That's cool.
So you've brought in a very special coffee this morning. And when I told my wife this morning I'm going to be drinking monkey poop coffee, she was like, are you out of your mind? Okay, so tell us
getting
about
the opportunity to do that too.
So this is unbelievable, this flavor of this coffee that you brought in. So why don't you tell us about this coffee and how it all came about?
So, like all you wine connoisseurs, I am a coffee connoisseur. And I travel the world and seeking out different kinds of coffee. I just recently, a couple of weeks ago, before the Fred Hall show in Long Beach, I went to Indonesia, Jakarta, and also Bali. And this is where it originates. It's the most expensive coffee literally on the planet. So I
How
bring
much?
basically $340 per pound.
Per pound?
Get out of here. Come on.
Wow.
And it's called
Kopi Luwak.
Kopi Luwak. Okay, and how do they make Kopi Luwak?
What it is, there is a...
You got to listen up.
There
This is
is
an
a
amazing process. I know it's a fishing show, but we're talking coffee here.
It is a cat-like creature that looks like a badger, and it lives in the jungle. And what this cat does is eat all coffee beans that are ripe, and they eat it, and also the cocoa beans as well.
Which is what chocolate is made of, yeah.
Correct. And once they poo it out, they have collectors that go collect it.
Because they don't digest the beans.
What it does, it digests the cherry of the bean, which is the outer layer like a grape, the wetness of it. And then it goes through the system, enzymes, and just neutralizes. And what happens is once they clean them and dry them, and they clean them again and dry them, and then they roast them, and it creates just a magnificent flavor, which has chocolate in it, and also the coffee beans. That there are two different styles of kopi, which is, I call it a sea level kopi, and a mountain kopi, which is 6,000 feet or above. So I got the gentleman here, the mountain kopi this time. And they're all looking at me like, I don't know, marriage proposals. I don't know. They're looking at me. Where did you get this stuff? And it's like dynamite.
It's unbelievable. It's never tasted coffee like this.
I hate to say it.
It's like
this
drinking
monkey poop coffee, but it's the best ever, like no doubt.
It's like drinking a mocha, but 100 times better. And there's no chocolate in it other than
there is no sugar in it. The only
sugar.
thing we put in it is we run it through a French press, and we put a little bit of condensed milk, and have away with it.
Yeah,
that's
so,
it.
So again, Kopi Luau.
Kopi Luau.
Can you buy it in the United States?
You can. You can go online, order it. There's different brands. A lot of them, it's just like anything else. You can buy the pure stuff. You can see them for $700 to anywhere from $50. Stay away from the $50 because what happens is the caged Kopis, they cage them and they just pick any bean and put it in the cage and they have to eat it because that's all. If you get the wild Kopis, they just like you and me. When you go in the refrigerator, I don't want this, I want that. I want the red bean, not the green one that's not ripe. So when you get the mountain Kopi, and all the animals are eating the red ones, that's where they pick it. And what I'm telling you is, when they pick it off the floor in the jungle, it looks like a payday bar. If any of you guys know what a payday bar looks like.
This is getting a little too descriptive.
Way too much information. But anyway, I had to do it because I had the privilege of going to the plantation and watching the whole process, how it's done, and it's just amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing coffee, and thank you, Don.
Yeah, that's really cool, Don.
But if you want to talk fishing, resort-style accommodations, as well as Kopi Luau. Go by the Palmas de Cortez booth today at the Fred Hall Del Mar show today and tomorrow. You'll be hanging around, right?
Cool, Dante.
And how to cook your fish as well.
Oh, how to cook your fish? Yeah, he'll have it. So let's go ahead and jump into those jam-packed phones. One line open, 877-792-1090.
I suggest getting on it because it's going to be a very busy morning with these boys in here today. Why don't we start the phones off this morning with Bob, who's calling us from Huntington Beach. Good morning, Bob. Thanks for getting us started here on Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning. Hey, I got some questions for the Van Wormer Resorts. I've been hearing about a vacation and fishing club started over there. Can I get information on that?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that's something that started this past year, and it's a great opportunity. You know, people ask me, I'm not involved in the sales of the vacation club, but so people come to me and say, hey, Eddie, what's going on with this vacation club? Is it worth it? And I tell them, I go, look, if you come to the East Cape every year or even every other year, you got to get on this vacation club. You know, we got guys who have been coming 20 years and they don't never miss a year of coming down. And the vacation club basically is something where you pay up front and then you pay a maintenance fee throughout the year, but you end up saving so much money.
It's not a timeshare.
It's not really, because you're not really sharing. You're basically going to buy into any type of room you want. You can stay in a condo, you can stay in a poolside room, in an ocean view, and basically all you're doing is you're paying up front. You're saying, hey, I'm going to stay in this ocean view room for the next 20 years, or you can accelerate it and you can say, hey, I want to use 4 ocean view rooms this year, and you can go ahead and book 4, and you end up saving, it's a good, I think it's like 40% on the total value.
Amazing.
So and then you can also do it with the boats. You can prepay the boats for 20 years, and then you have your cruiser, and you book it, and you end up,
the one of the top of the line boats. If you like the crew and everything, you
absolutely,
can have
that boat, and then you book it, you have it, and you end up saving again something like 40%. So it's a great deal. A lot of guys that come down 3 times a year, you're just dumb if you don't get it at that point, because if you're coming down 3 times a year, you're going to burn through that, and in a few years, you're going to burn through all your time, and you're going to end up saving 40%. So I really encourage you, if you're a listener and you go down to the East Cape, at least once a year, and some guys, like I said, 3 times a year, definitely look into the vacation club, because it's going to save you a ton of money.
Yeah, indeed. Hey, thanks a lot for the phone call this morning.
Hey, with that, it's time to find out what's going on in the Baja, the East Cape, and everywhere in southern Baja. We're going to talk to the cast man, Richard Castaneda from Cast Tours. Today, the Catchport sponsored by Fisherman's Processing in San Diego. Fisherman's Processing is San Diego's finest, and that's why they're known as the Fish Pros, because once you try them, you're hooked. They'll fillet and vacuum pack your fish to your specs, as well as offer you the best in smoked fish, jerky, and their famous tuna burger. And don't forget about Fish Pros, the market. They are at the Fred Hall Del Mar show with an incredible buy on their smoked wahoo, their tuna burgers, and they've got a very cool show special. They're doing mesquite and applewood smoked cheese, like
are you kidding me?
Well, they are our next door neighbor.
Okay.
They are across.
I got to go try this.
They are across the way from us, which was a horrible decision on Sean's part because we are over there all the time for samples. Their booth has been crazy packed up. They're sampling all the different things that they offer at Fish Pros the Market, and you can buy right side on scene. You can buy their fish jerky, you can buy their smoked cheese, you can buy their smoked wahoo, tuna burgers. They're killing it. I mean,
so
let
me tell you about a few other deals they have. You buy if you want Fisherman's Processing, you can go and fishing this summer.
Yeah.
Whenever you're going to use Fisherman's Processing, of course. There's nobody else to use really. Buy a $100 gift card for fish processing. You get $10 added, no additional charge. You just buy it at the show. You're taken care of.
You get free money.
So 10%, free. And then they also have a CCA show deal of $50 at the market and receive a free pack of tuna jerky. They have a wahoo special, a pound of smoked wahoo, and 3 packs of tuna jerky for $42.95.
I'll tell you one thing I got to say about their smoked wahoo, too. Smoked wahoo is not the easiest thing for most people to get. Like, that's one of my favorite fish to eat, but a lot of times smoked wahoo is dry. Fisherman's Pros Market, their smoked wahoo is so good. That's my favorite thing of sample that we've had so far.
So go by and see them right across from Fisherman's Landing Tackle there at the Del Mar Show today and tomorrow, and sample and buy some great stuff there. Good morning, Cass Man.
What's up, Cass?
Buenos dias. Hey, what's this, the depths that this show has fallen. Monkey doo-doo coffee.
Monkey doo-doo coffee. Yeah, no, come on, Don. You know Dante, man. He's always got something creative for us.
Oh, man.
Cass, I'm telling you would go nuts over this.
Best ever, Cass,
so much
man.
for a
It's unbelievable.
Anyway, good morning, Mark and Eddie.
Good morning.
Morning.
Hey, watch your wallets, boys. Watch your wallets. You got Pete in the audience there. Anyway, listen, talking about that fishing really turning on early this year. It really has. It's amazing. From East Cape all the way down to Punta Gordo there, that whole area is just starting to light up. I'm telling you, it's the tuna, like they say, you know, that one area of tuna there around up in those high spots of San Luis and the Iman Banks. You know, I think every report I tell you, those tuna are there year round. I don't know what keeps them there because, those tuna never leave, but, I guess maybe call them resident tuna, but, they're all over the place down there. They're on the surface. They're getting a few, but there's a lot of red crab that's come in this past week. And I think that's keeping them pretty full and not really wanting the sardinas, but, there's some nice fish in there, good grade, up to 50, 60 pounds. An occasional 90-pounder. Dorado are still, they're not schooling, but they're getting them. They're kind of, scattered, but they are getting into Dorado. And the striped marlin bite has really, really picked up. I mean, there's a big amount of striped marlin coming into the Sea of Cortez there, rounding, Cabo and then moving their way up. So I look for the East Cape to really get a good striped marlin bite going on probably as early as next month, which is going to be probably about a month early. So some really, really good fishing going on there in that East Cape and the San Jose del Cabo area. Over in Ixtapas y Guantanejo, the bite kind of dropped, but still averaging about 1 or 2 releases on sales per day. A few blue marlin mixed in along the beaches. Lots of big jacks, 25, 30-pound Jack Crevel, and those roosters are finally starting to come in. There was a couple of 30, 35-pounders caught this past week there, so some really good fishing going on there at Ixtapas y Guantanejo. And we'll wind up with Loreto. Had some clients just get back from Loreto. The yellowtail bite has started up there. Of course, the usual spots there, Carmen Island, Punta Coyote, El Bajo, all the way up to Punta Pulpito. Good grade of yellowtail there, averaging 20, 25. Every now and then they'll pull a 30 or 35-pounder out. Most of them being taken on the live bait. Get out there early, make your bait between the mackerel and the big eye shad. There's, like I say, some really, really good fishing starting to turn on there with the yellowtail there in Loreto. But anyway, boys, that's a report for this week. Ricky, I just wanted to mention I have 3 spots left on our El Salto trip, February 9 to 13 of next year. Anybody wants to join that trip? Also got 1 spot left for Christmas Island, June 5, 12. Give me a call at Cass Tours at 800-593-6510 or on the web at www.casstours.com, and I'll talk to you boys next Saturday.
Cass, I'll say 2 things. One, if you like fishing of any kind, come join us on that El Salto trip because it's such a unique experience. It's really fun.
And Billy Junior's seniors resort there. It's just us at the resort. It's really fun place.
And I just need you to know you do not in any way need to be a professional freshwater bass fisherman. Steve Pennard and I went down. The last time I fished freshwater bass was a while. Pennard had never done it before. We had the best time ever. We're both signed up to go again. And the airfare, you want to talk about airfare, Cass is the man whenever you're going with him, and is so good about giving people heads up. Shoots out an email to all the guys, hey, boys, I just found this flight. You should scope it out. We're flying round trip for $100.
Yeah.
Round trip.
To Culiacan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty amazing.
Well, we're stoked on everything, Cass. It's a great opportunity and a great time, and we can't wait to see you.
All right, Cass, man. Appreciate that very much, and we will talk to you next Saturday.
All right, boys. See you then.
All right. Thanks a lot. All right, let's go ahead and jump back. Go ahead, Rick.
Yeah. I was just going to mention that report is sponsored by Dana Landing on Mission Bay. Speaking of Steve Pennard, and he and I are both going down on that El Salto trip, and we're going to have a great time. But it's sponsored by Dana Landing on Mission Bay, your one-stop shop for everything you need to go fishing. A complete saltwater tackle shop. They have a full deli with Mexican and California licenses. They offer trips, and they're great six-pack charters. And when it comes to freshwater tackle, you need to check out East County Bait and Tackle, full of all of the freshwater tackle and live bait that you need for a great day on the lake. Dana Landing is right across from SeaWorld, next to the Dana Lawn Tramp in Mission Bay, and East County Bait and Tackle. They're at the end of the 67 freeway at Maple View and Lakeside. Check DanaLanding.com.
And I'll tell you what, speaking of Dana Landing, they have the best selection of Maui Jim sunglasses anywhere. So head out, you're in the market for a pair of Maui Jim sunglasses, check them out. And when we come back, more from Mark, Dante, Eddie, Van Wormer Resorts, Palmas de Cortez, Punta Colorado. More of your phone calls. More about the Fred Hall Del Mar Show. You stay tuned. This is Southern California's sport fishing voice. Let's Talk Hookup, Mighty 1090.
Alaska's Katmai Lodge is a world-class wilderness fishing paradise on the banks of the famed Alagnak River. You'll fish for all 5 species of Pacific salmon, king, sockeye, chum, coho, and on even years, pinks, plus trophy-sized rainbow trout, Arctic grayling, and Dolly Varden, both in the Alagnak and the nearby waters. Katmai Lodge's U.S. Coast Guard and CPR certified guides are fishing fanatics and know how to help you reel them in. They are exceptional teachers and ensure you have days that are fish-filled and fun with freshly prepared snacks and barbecued lunches on the river. Back at the lodge, there are fireside appetizers and refreshments each afternoon, as well as fresh, delicious meals prepared by their exceptional chef. Elevate your visit with a quick fly-out trip to Brooks Falls in Katmai National Park for world-renowned bear watching. For the best fishing adventure ever, visit katmai.com. That's KATMAI.com.
This is Rick Jensen with Sport Fishing Financial. I think most of you get that I'm a fisherman and work with the fishing community, but to understand exactly what Sport Fishing Financial does, ask yourself these 4 questions. First, do you really know how much money you'll need in order to retire comfortably? Next, do you know how much you'll have to save on a regular basis to reach that number? Do you have a process that includes a proven investment strategy and confidence that the money you save will grow? Last, do you have a plan for how to turn your savings into retirement income? If you don't have good answers to these questions, you're not alone. But you should, and I can make sure you do. In addition, if you own a business and currently provide or are planning on providing a retirement savings plan for yourself or your employees, we should really talk. We offer an outstanding variety of creative solutions that are sure to meet your needs.
Some of our listeners may feel overwhelmed. Others may believe they are already doing the best they can. In either case, I bet Rick can help. Set a time to meet with him and start planning for your personal or business investment success. Find Rick on the web at sportfishingfinancial.com or give him a call at 949-481-1807. Great boats, free parking, and a fully stocked tackle shop. Just a few of the reasons Seaforth Sport Fishing is a favorite among anglers. Come aboard top charter boats like the Aztec, Cortez, Endeavor, Eclipse, Apollo, Outer Limits, Pacific Star, El Gato Dos, Alexis, Pride, Privateer, Tribute, Pacific Voyager, and the Voyager. Plus, the new Seaforth Sea Watch in San Diego offer the finest half, 3/4, and full-day trips available. Check out the full-service tackle store at Seaforth Sport sport fishing. And it's all run by fishermen for fishermen. 1717 Quivira Road, just off Mission Bay Drive in Mission Bay. Book online at seaforthlanding.com.
It's Fred Hall show time, and Fisherman's Landing Tackle has the best selection and the hottest deals in the show. Hi, this is Doug Kern. The huge Fisherman's Landing Tackle booth is a must-see this year, and the deals will be unmatched. Check out the most complete selection of Shimano products: Talica, Trinidad, Torium, Terramar, Terez, Stella, Twin Power, Saragossa, Power Pro, tackle bags, and the all-new exciting Tranks 300 and 400 size reels. Come visit our greatest booth ever, Fisherman's Landing Tackle, a must-see at this year's Fred Hall show.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. Phones are getting packed up again. If you want to join us, 858-457-1090. That's a local number. Or toll free. That one's 877-792-1090.
Just heard a couple of spots in that last break. For one for Katmai Lodge, which they are here at the Fred Hall Del Mar show. You want to talk about absolute paradise. You're going there in July. I'm going there. You're going there for the first time in July. Your eyes are going to be wide.
I can't wait.
Yeah, you can take Dallas with you and just have a great time. Go talk to Bob and Charmel there. They're right next to the Rancho Leonero booth when you walk in, right across from the Seaforth booth when you walk into the main hall there. And go talk to the people at Katmai Lodge and watch some of the video and the pictures. And just the place is amazing. So go check them out at Katmai Lodge, right there at the Fred Hall Del Mar show. Also, right next to us in the main hall there, as you walk in, we're right to the left there. Right next to us is Rick Jensen from Sport Fishing Financial. You want to talk fishing and financing with Rick? He is right there next to us, and go talk to him, and you'll have a good time with Rick, because Rick is a great guy, and, of course, he always sponsors our East Cape tournaments, the Palmas de Cortez Fall Spectaculars. $500 cash for the largest tuna, or I believe he sponsors the largest Dorado or Wahoo, and then Statewide Stripes sponsors the largest tuna with another $500 in cash. So.
And the entry fee again for that tournament?
Zero.
Yeah,
nothing. Costs nothing to enter, and it's just a fun group.
That's the best part about that tournament, is it's nothing but fun. And the Let's Talk Hookup rule, the only rule that has always existed in that is you get disqualified for taking it too serious.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're too serious, you're out of there.
You're out. Yep, for sure. Indeed. Let's go ahead and jump on the phones. You want to get through? Here's your chance. 858-457-1090 open right now.
All right, phones are getting packed up. Why don't we start this one off with Pete? He's calling us from Canyon Lake this morning. Good morning, Pete. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning. Hey, thanks for taking my call. Listen, a couple of years ago, we went down to the East Cape, and we stayed at the one of the competitors' lodges. And I'm just curious, what if we were to win and if we come down to the East Cape again, what might we find that might be different at one of your resorts than, say, the one owned by a guy named we'll call him John.
Well, you know,
you maybe Rancho Leonero, is that what you're talking about?
You know,
that's something like that.
Yeah.
It's okay. They're all friends.
We are. You know, it's funny.
Well,
the East Cape is like that. You know, we're all friends. We all hang out. We go out to dinner together. We're all good buddies. You know, it's just they're really different. You know, Pete knows better than anybody. He goes to both, and you know, we're in Los Barriles, so we are in the town. I feel that a lot of times when we get like families that come and you get non-fishermen, we offer, I think, a little bit more to do there. Not that Rancho Leonero doesn't, but we do have the town. So sometimes women like to go into town and do a little shopping, and we have a couple of different restaurants that you can go to as far as in town that you can walk to and stuff. And I think it's just become more of like a family, and you start to see a lot more women at the resort and things like that. So, you know, it's just one's more of a ranch style, and the other one is, you know, our hotel is more of like a resort type of a hotel, a little bit more modern, maybe to say. I don't know. Yeah. Am I using the right words there?
And not enough either. I mean, there's all kinds of like the swim up bar is always like a favorite. You know, come up, you got the big bar, you can swim up and grab a cocktail after a day of fishing, and. You know, and like you said, so many amenities. If you are bringing, you know, wife, girlfriend, whatever, there's, you know, the spa available. You know,
right.
There's just a lot of There's a lot of activities that are offered and a lot of options that are offered.
Yeah, and keep in mind, we're fishing the same water, so it's not like the fishing's going to be any different. I think that, I talked to John, he's gone more the Ponga way, so he's really invested a lot into Super Pongas, and we have a lot more cruisers than we do Super Pongas.
Right.
So
you have the largest boat fleet in Mexico.
Yeah, I think we have more boats than the Mexican Navy now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we're up to like 50 boats right now.
And the other cool thing is, if you like a family type of thing, you can stay at a condo.
Right.
Condos are really amazing, or even the villas.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would call those super condos.
Super condos. Yeah, we have two-bedroom condos. Actually, we have the one-bedrooms. We have two bedrooms. We have a three-bedroom penthouse, and we have a four-bedroom penthouse. So you can go from your basic hotel room all the way up to complete luxury. That four-bedroom penthouse is amazing. 10,000 square feet.
Oh my God.
On the 5th floor. The elevator opens up right into the living room. You've got your own private jacuzzi. Yeah. All four bedrooms have an ocean view with jacuzzi tub. I mean, it is really, really first class.
Pretty nice. When we go down in the fall for our tournament, I take my good buddies John and Mark and of course Rich Top and he's one of the vacation owners. But we stop at Chapito's, the market right in town there, and we load up on there's tequila, and limes, and what else?
Salt.
We get other things.
Salt.
All the
There's
essentials.
a couple things, chips and salsa and all that stuff. And they have the refrigerator in the condo, and
and a
blender, and and so you have the amenities. I mean, you can cook a complete meal in there. It's a complete kitchen and everything like that. Tables, you even have a fireplace if you want to light a fire, but we never do.
Right.
But I mean, plenty of room. You could bring groups in, have a little party, patio, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just a little more flexible. But then the suites at Palmas de Cortez also have a nice refrigerated little bar in there.
Yeah, and recently they've remodeled all the rooms, like the Ocean View rooms now. They have like a wet bar, microwave, coffee maker, the mini fridge.
The coffee maker.
So you got all those amenities in your room, and they're just super nice. So I think a lot of guys come up to me and they say, look, I want to bring my wife, but she doesn't. I've taken her before to other places. It's kind of like a fish camp. What do you recommend? I'm like, she's gonna love this place.
Yeah.
This is like really, this is not a fish camp. You're gonna go fishing, and our dock's right out front, and the boats leave right in front of the hotel. So that part of it is all about fishing. But the rooms are definitely first class. Your wife is not gonna be disappointed, and you can, like I said, you can go as nice as you want, and you can go as basic as you want. The cabanas with 4 beds, if you want to put 4 guys in there and save some money. I mean, you can do a 5-day, 4-night accommodations at Palmas de Cortez with 3 days fishing on a cruiser. If you do 4 per cabana, 4 per boat, it's down to like $660 per person. I mean, come on.
Including the fishing?
Including 3 days fishing and 4 nights accommodations.
So you got $100 round trip airfare, you've got a vacation for $700
for a week.
I tell people, if you can't afford a trip to Palmas de Cortez, then you might as well just stop walking the show, because there's nothing that's going to be cheaper at the show. This is it.
Yeah. I'll throw one last thing in there too that I think is very unique is your variety of options in eating too. If you want nothing and you want hotel plan, you can do that, or you have the option of getting whatever else you want whenever you want. Via the snack bar, via the bar itself, via the restaurants on site, via the restaurants across the street. Lots of opportunity to do your own thing, do the hotel thing. You get whatever option you want.
Yeah, that's a great point. It used to be in the old days, you remember, Pete, we used to serve one thing, and it was like dinner time. Okay, we're having ribs, and I don't like ribs. Well, it's ribs tonight. Sorry, But now it's a full restaurant, full menu. You get to sit down, you order from the menu. You can go into town, same thing. You order from a menu, so you can eat at different restaurants every night.
Mm-hmm.
There's
go watch sports at
exactly
at
Smokey's
Chris's place, Smokey's.
Yeah, or at
we always go down there during the playoffs.
Yep. I've seen you there.
Yeah, and go watch the Dodgers with
That's right.
Are you actually a Dodger fan?
I am.
Okay,
I am.
I didn't know that.
A proud Dodger fan.
Yeah. Indeed. But anyway, are they going to make it this year?
I hope so. The spring training looks good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Looking good.
We'll see what
Padres
happens.
are looking good this year, too.
Good.
So we'll see what happens.
I definitely want to come down here for some Padre-Dodger games.
There you go. All right. That'll be good. All right. Well, hey, thanks a lot for the phone call this morning.
All right. Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. Another full hour of your phone calls. You stay tuned. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
Hi, everybody. It's springtime, and summer's on its way. And now's the time to get outside and get on the water. Hi, this is Hayden Lane from Fast Lane Kayaks in Mission Bay, and let me tell you, we've got the tools to do it. From the world's best fishing kayaks, the Hobie Pro Angler, the Outback, and the Compass, to the high-performance and convenient inflatable I-11S. No matter what style fishing you're into, Hobie has the model that'll work for you, and we want to help you find it. So come down to our shop in Mission Bay, and let's try out some Hobie kayaks. We'll show you how to transport them, show you how to outfit them, and show you how and where to fish off them. And most importantly, have some fun, because that's what we're about, fun. And that's why we now carry Traeger pellet grills. We've all been cooking on them, and we can't stop talking about it. We have a full line of grills, as well as every pellet Traeger carries. So come down and talk kayaks or talk grills at Fast Lane Kayaks in Mission Bay in Dana Landing across the street from SeaWorld. Or check us out online at FastlaneKayaking.com.
You've heard all about it. You know the angler's catching fish habit, so what's holding you back? It's a fact. FishDope.com really does help you catch more fish and burn less fuel. FishDope.com is the only fish-finding service with a spotter plane along with a crew of top anglers on the water almost every day that report actual locations and catches. You can get daily catch reports from Point Conception to San Martin Island, 365 days a year. FishDope.com is for everyone, whether you have your own boat, fish on your friend's boat, or a sport boat. FishDope.com has online planning tools, moon phase, tides, hot bite icons, and more. So bottom line is, if you don't have FishDope.com, well, you're probably missing a lot of bites. Membership costs less than $50 of gas, and that's for the entire year. That's right, 1 year. What a bargain. Plus, use the special code to save $20 on a new FishDope.com membership. Check it out today. FishDope.com. Catch more fish, burn less fuel.
It's time for the spectacular 42nd Annual Fred Hall Show, March 22nd to the 25th at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. San Diego's biggest fishing show, biggest trailer boat show, biggest outdoor recreation event of the year. Fishing boats, towboats, cruisers, pontoon boats, kayaks, we've got it all. Acres of the finest boats used in Southern California, plus nearly 500 fishing, hunting, free diving, and international travel booths. Over 200 seminars. Enjoy the San Diego County Ford Dealers Paul Bunyan Lumberjack Show, the Costa Sporting Chef Cafe, the Ram Trucks Ultimate Air Dogs, the Daiwa Bass Tank, the Accurate Saltwater Tank, the Mammoth Lake Kids Fish Free Trout Pond, the Hobie Kayak Fishing Theater, and the Cousins Tackle Seminar Stage, Jack Dagger, the King of Fling, and so much more. Kids free, kids fish free. Join CCA Cal and get in free. The Fred Hall Show, San Diego's Springtime Boat Show, March 22nd through the 25th at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. Presented by Progressive. Details at fredhall.com.
It's a whale of a show.
XEBRS 1090 AM Rosarito, Baja California.
San Diego's sports leader.
The home of ESPN Radio.
The mighty 1090.
Fisherman's Landing has been the choice of sport fishing anglers for decades, with the largest fleet of long-range boats worldwide, complemented by Southern California's finest charter and open party fleet. Now is the time to book your long-range trips and charters, plus half-day trips aboard the Dolphin. Go to fishermanslanding.com and see trip availability, and even book your trip online. Stop by or call Fisherman's Landing in San Diego and book now at fishermanslanding.com.
Many years ago, Baja pioneer Bob Van Wormer found the area he called the Great Fish Trap in the East Cape of southern Baja and built what is now regarded as the premier East Cape resorts of Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol. Today, following in their father's footsteps, Bob's sons, Bobby, Chucky, and Eddie, have taken Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol to new levels. With the largest sport fishing fleet in Mexico, a luxurious spa, and top-of-the-line resort amenities, Van Wormer Resorts have become a destination for travelers worldwide. But for us, Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol are just a short 2-hour flight away. No other tropical fishing destination offers the experience and value that you'll find at Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol. Now you can plan your Baja fishing vacation quick and easy by visiting VanWormerResorts.com. And when you're ready to book, it's quick and easy. Or simply call 877-777-TUNA for more information. Van Wormer Resorts, the East Cape's finest.
Who's going to be more successful? The guy with a state-of-the-art fish finder and the latest sonar technology? Or the guy who wastes time looking for fish the old-fashioned way? Smart fishermen know how to embrace technology. And no one understands technology better than your San Diego County Ford dealer. The new F-150 is the only truck available with Pro Trailer Backup Assist, the most advanced, most efficient way to back a trailer ever. It's just one of many high-tech features you won't find on any other truck. Ford is also the only only brand available with EcoBoost, a twin turbocharged engine that offers impressive fuel economy without sacrificing power. In other words, Ford trucks just flat out work smarter. So whether you're on the road or on the water, don't let technology pass you by. Come in now and get a clearance price on a new high-tech 2017 F-Series pickup. Visit your nearest San Diego County Ford dealer today. Ford, that's California smart. Learn more at buyfordnow.com.